Right, hello and welcome to Live with Rex, episode 202. But yeah, welcome to the stream. We did one of these earlier and I did really well. Today's been a good day, and my shorts are finally being pushed by YouTube again, which is great. You know, we've got the cabinet done. I'm quickly got the toilet and then we're going to get started, continuing what we've been doing. I gotta say, I love how this looks. I love how you guys were commenting in the short how good it was. Right, so we're getting ready to begin. So, like we did earlier in stream, we've been pretty productive. So, streaming did earlier, we didn't really touch any of the main shelving. That's pretty much stayed the same. But the cabinet, we finally got the cabinet where I want it to be. We may make an occasional change to it throughout the stream, but I am pretty happy with it. So, there's two things that I am going to work on for a bit during this live stream. Two ideas that I want to go through and get done. You make a vibration. I'm going to have group chat on Snapchat. And it just keeps going off and off and off and off. So, yeah, that's a thing. But anyway, let's get started. So, we're going to come over here. And we're going to put this there. But, yeah. So, there's a few things on the bed. We're just going to be sorting through that to begin with. And then I'm thinking, right, we'll get the box of minifigures and we'll continue to add to this. I'm not planning to be live for as long as I was earlier. But don't get me wrong, I am still willing to put in some time to this today. For the second time. Not often I get to do a live stream as long as earlier. Normally that's the 2 live streams for a day. But like I said, I've got time on my hands and I want to use it productively. Hey, how's it going? But yeah, just miscellaneous things that I got to get rid of. I'm just sitting here. There we go. But yeah, the cabinet not being organized had annoyed me for the longest while. Yeah, I'm doing great. At least even better with the lights turned on in it, which I'm quite happy about. I'll put those in that pick-a-brick cup until, you know, we get round to actually organising them. There we go. Fix this, but this will be the shorter live stream. If we can get a decent amount of stuff done in a short amount of time, this one won't be as long. Of course, earlier today I did the much longer stream where we did a lot more stuff. But that's kind of how it is on these days. If I have a little bit more time, I'll do 2 streams, but they won't both be long. I hate that noise that those drawers make in a sensory way, but I love how they look, so get it all in. So I like the old school look of those drawers because they are old drawers. But yeah, I'm doing great. We've just been getting a lot of stuff done here. Don't know if you're new here or not. A lot of people come through this channel, but and of course this can chooses not to work with its full time. There we go. If you're new here, we're just currently doing these streams to prep for an upcoming room tour video I'm doing. That's nice. Right. I'll be right back. Actually, no, I should be alright for now. But yeah, again, we'll get the minifigures out. We'll do a bit of work with that. Also, I'm gonna have someone here for a little while over the next week, so I'll have the place looking presentable for that reason as well. And he'll be helping me film the room tour. And with the room tour, right? If there's any fellow fans of Monty Python's Flying Circus watching that video, you're gonna like what the introduction is gonna be. I think you guys, that part of the audience, will find that funny. I made a little adjustment, but let's knock some things over. There we go. But yeah, the productivity I've managed to get today on these streams has been great. Hello, Scooter. I think these hats are going to hang up out in the hall. Be right back. Oh, no, we don't want that starting. What's up, guys? It's Captain Production 72, and welcome to episode. Yes, I brought one of my own videos. I want to check something. You gotta love what my channel banner ends up being. Captain Production 72, and welcome to episode 22 of collecting the complete saga in Lego. That's not my channel banner, but that's what's choosing to play. Channel banner, you gotta admit that does look pretty badass. That is from Clone Army 2025, and that's the stream that's currently on. Here's my videos that it suggests for me to watch. I can't believe that was 2 years ago. That's crazy. Like, that was the last big scale mock that I built, and that's nearly 6 years ago. When I did a video on all the sets I'd bought back summer that year, that's crazy. See, I want to do a video like that. Click on it and show you. So, video here, right? This is a video, and me having a poster of The Shining has never changed. I got one over there, one of my favorite movies. So this is everything I bought up until like the summer of 2022. So that's 6 months worth of purchasing, and this is around the time I started to have my own money. And I'm looking at this, going, how crazy it is, how much of that stuff I've bought, and how much of that stuff I no longer own. So, just reference, I no longer own that tank. I no longer own the Bad Batch shuttle, the Dagobah set, that set there. I don't own the Death Star anymore, or when I'm nuts trying to find those command stations, that was crazy. It's my old room as well. The one advantage of that room, it was more spacious, but one wall, as you can see here, had doors along it, which would prevent you from putting shelving up. So my shelving, like in here, is much more than in that room was. But no, I'm doing a video in the same style of this, right? So I did a video. Let me see if I can find it. This is what one of my projects I'm working on. I've been writing down everything for it. So let me see if I can find the video. So this is, well, this live stream's taking a different one, but let me find it. So these are, again, we're going back. We're on the videos up, like most up-to-date ones.
for this year. We gotta go back a ways. But already a year ago, I went through a phase of barely uploading on here. Like, wow, September. Like, I went through a long phase where I wasn't uploading videos to the channel, or I was uploading them in a very sparse way. So let's find it. (2024) is what we're on. That feels so long ago. Well, this is what this room looked like, right, when I first moved into it. This is what this room looked like when I first decorated it. Check this.
It does require a bit of stuff going on here, like a few bits, but you know, it's alright. You know, I had a few extra things since the room tour. For instance, I've got the table going up, I've got shelf here. You know, like this shelf was here, I added this one here as well as this one here and this one over here. You know, and I always think of new expansions, for instance.
Yeah, the room looks nothing like this now. That's the crazy thing.
I believe, and it is on the. I did film the process of putting up these shelves, figuring out where I was putting them. I thought
that's the crazy bit. Like, that's the room tour for 2024. That's a shot from my old room as well. Like, that's the crazy part. But again, we do have to go back away to find the video that I'm referring to. So this video here, right, is what I'm on about. So this was the last time I've done one of these, and this is one of the main videos that I want to remake on the channel.
What's up, guys? It's Captain Production 72, and although this looks like a Konami video, it's not. This is a sequel to something I made last year where basically I killed all. So, as the title suggests, everything I bought.
Well, I can't really, because I don't have that many pictures. You'd have to. That would be a interesting one edit-wise to try and do. But as the video title suggests, everything I bought in 2023. Now, 2023, like, I didn't buy that much stuff to the point where the video was impossible to make, right? And I had the space. Now, I've recently acquired some space where I can do this. So I want to make a video, everything I bought in 2026, because most of what I bought was minifigures. Like, and what I did buy, I can take off my shelves without majorly screwing up the display. So it's one of the most possible videos I could do. And it's what my door just knocked. But it's a video that I'd like to redo. But Scooter, if you go watch my room tour for 2023, you'll see it. One sec, my dogs are barking, so there must be someone there. But yeah, Scooter, if you want to see what my old room looked like, that's the video to watch. Room tour 2023 was the last time I made a big video about it. In fact, I believe you can see what it looked like completely emptied
I've got videos on here about moving the whole collection, and it's weird because a lot of the sets that I have now I didn't even have when I did that. And there's some sets here that I don't want to imagine moving with. Because I only moved with one UCS set, and it was the B-Wing, but now with the dropship, the UCS Falcon, I think would be toast if we attempted it. Hey there. I don't think that would go well. What other cool videos can we find? Tell you what, Scooter, I'll show you some footage. This is some footage.
And it makes a heck of a lot of noise. I think I turned it on during the whole video. But I think I use this as the occasional lamp, and it's the dark side, but it's kind of held in by these papers, the shelving here, so it's pretty cool.
You get this. This is my room in October 2023, right?
Here, something you guys can't see yet, because Photoshop's revealed this. I love this. This whole Empire section turned. I mean, come on, how cool is this?
And I only own one of those sets on that Empire shelf now, and it's the. It's one of them. The TIE bomber.
Random stuff there, rebel stuff, a bit more random there, got some a bit more less connected slightly smaller. I'm not really sure what it was like before. We've got the collecting every indie figs. I'm not showing you the Conjugal one because, well, I want that to be a surprise and I'm so bad with all of that over here. Something I ever saw myself owning is these Bionicles I got at the Comic Con. Again, it's like random meshes of Bionicles, so I don't know how correct those are. Close ones over here. They're very dusty down at the bottom. Yep, that is bad. That set, I will be reviewing this at some point. This set gets really dusty really quick. I first got this Conquest set.
Which I do still have.
Let's show you guys off in this way. So the next point is my thoughts on how October went. I think October has been one of my better months this year. Making the Comic Con video was fun. We did it last year, we did it this year, and I think I'm going to try and do it next year.
What you did?
I really
Yeah, it's all right, man.
You know, we got video.
But yeah, we got a bit distracted there going down memory lane with them old videos. But you know what? It's weird watching my own videos and getting nostalgic for some of the ones. When that's only, what, a 3-year-old video? That's insane. So, we'll pull out the minifigures, right? And we'll do some of the ones that are ready to go on the shelf without a lot of fixes being done. I think that'll be the way to do it. We've done the first bit I wanted, what I wanted to do in the stream, so I suppose we'll do this bit. And of course, that's with the exception of Clone Wars and Expanded Universe stuff. So what we've got that can immediately go on myself. Oh yeah, I bought a stupidly long cable. I don't remember why, but I have okay. Something I need to glue, right? And I bought this last year. So I can show you how it's meant to look. Right? I've got this here. This is a custom of a Banfa, right? From the Complete Saga. It's not meant to do that, but it can. At some point I'm going to have to glue it, but we are going to add that to the episode 4 display. Because that thing is too cool not to have on my display.
Or would it look better somewhere else? It is pretty cool. This is made by Hill Hilligus 2015, who you can find on Instagram, who's also a collab of a minifigure that I just bought. I bought a Darth Nihilus off of him in Brick Rebellion, which I'm excited about. I put it up with the UCS Falcon. What do we got? What do we got for organising? We got. So we've all put in a little bit of time and effort tonight into putting some minifigures back together. Probably should about time I did actually do it. Something that bugs me that's not together on my shelf at this current moment, and I hate that it isn't, is this. Now, do I have the stand piece for this in here? I do. Ewok, granted, mine needs some TLC. Mine needs to not do that at the very least. Where did the piece go? The Ewok Flyer from 2009. I do want a new one of these, to be fair. It is a cool thing. It's from the Battle of Endor. But the one I have seems to have suffered. Right. And speaking of suffering, this is going to be difficult. It's putting this on the way that I display it without making the Endor bunker do its blow-up feature. There we go. The Luke's speeder bike fell down the back, unfortunately, as a result. That looks cool. Let me show you. The one from 2000. What's that from 2000? Oh, the OG Ewok glider. Yeah, no, I do want that set. The one from 09 is pretty cool. It has a feature to drop rocks on the Imperials like it does in the movie. We'll get this Luke Skywalker in there. Right, what else can we add? We'll do a bit of minifig repairing. Right, that's a Clone Wars one, so I'm not doing that right now. Here's a minifigure that's going to end up in my drawer of minifigures, because I'm not doing anything with them right now. That's the Bib Fortuna that you get in the UCS sale boards, which instead of making an actually good minifigure, they use the fat Bib Fortuna piece, so it's going in the drawer until further. Some minifigures here may end up in my drawer. That's something that may happen. The one you're referring to, I think, is 2001 or 2, but you're close. Now, let's find some of these packs for these Sandtroopers. Oh, we got Queen Padme back together. Yeah, it's alright. Queen Padme's fixed. She's in the Phantom Menace section. What else we got? It's a Snowtrooper, easy fix. Where was that helmet I saw? There we go. So you know, when we get a couple of these done in this stream, I'm happy. Clone Trooper. Clone War stuff. We've got a Gamorrean Guard. Put him in there. See, well. So I'm currently trying to find the backpack for these. Was it 2002? Ah, we're both kind of off on that one. That lamp work. Yeah, it's feeling a little bit dull in here as well. Got another Ewok we could throw in. The Battle of Endor looks really good. Again, I want to buy replacement bits for my Ewok glider at some point. That's on the list of things to do. Yeah, come on, where are these? Oh, there, we've got one. We've got one of the backpacks for these guys. So this is when Sand Troopers started to have their own thing going on. So it's got a backpack. I do have a couple of Sand Troopers in my Tatooine area, but I'm trying to get as much fixed as we can. Right, this is Padme from episode 1. Now, I saw her hair a minute ago. There we go. There we go. A couple of things that were on the floor there. Vader goes there for in Return of the Jedi. That's Clone Wars stuff. That Stormtrooper needs his helmet. As does Boushh Leia. Oh, there's the Boushh Leia helmet. Sorted. 2019. But it's still like, it's one of those things. People like to complain that Lego likes the original trilogy more, but even then, there's so many things from the original trilogy that we struggle to name the last time they came out because it takes so long for them to bother getting round to bringing more out, and it can get actually pretty annoying. Don't know why these Transformers were in here, but they're going to go back on my shelf. In fact, no, it was that bloody, like the last one we got I can think of that wasn't a smart set was in 2022. But how easy was that to forget? Right, we've got another one fixed. Anakin from the pod races. We'll put that in there for now. Find any more Clone War stuff. It's any more Clone War stuff to find going in this bag as well. Just so I can deal with all the Clone Wars, Expanded Universe, and Old Republic stuff in their own stream. Here's a minifigure I'll be having it back in my setup. Hoff look from when he's hanging upside down in the Wampus cave. So, gonna move the Wamp up, get him in there. Let's pick through some helmets, see what we can get fixed. That is Clone Wars stuff right there. So even if the rest of this stream is just me segregating out the Clone Wars stuff, that is in itself a huge help. Do you know what? I'm going to change the camera and we'll do that. That way the next few streams are a lot easier. If all goes well, tomorrow you will also get 2 parts to the live streams. The last minifigure that I will chuck up there as part of this stream, Tokat, this Ewok. I tell you one thing, I bought an Ewok minifigure the other day. We showed it off on stream. From that 2002 set. And I've now been on eBay looking at different sets that featured Ewoks because I'm realizing there's not that many of them. I wouldn't mind having more of them. Right, let's get this going. And if it's not one of those things, it's going to end up here. Sorry, in the box. Which means I'll know it needs repaired, but I'll know that it's not interfering with other stuff. Like, to be fair, right, throughout the rest of this stream, if I find any figures that can go back on the shelf, like the Death Star Protocol droid, I'll put them over here. Just because I know that one can immediately go back on without any problems. What else we got here? Snowtrooper, R2-D2, it's a bomb squad, so that's Clone Wars stuff. Like I said, we'll have one stream where we deal with all of that kind of thing. And I'll hopefully Terra will be, because he is coming in a stream very soon. Because I know you'll like that, Scooter. In fact, I'm sure Terra just sent me a Snapchat. Right, that's going there. That helmet is Clone Wars. What else have we got here? Captain Panaka from the Phantom. The Phantom Menace is the part of my display that seems to suffer the most, just as a result of it's on the bottom. So the vibrations are closer to it, so I'm more of a risk of knocking into the shelf. So there's that. Right. That's a Kid Boba. That can actually immediately go on the shelf. That's fine. Death Star Pilot can go on the shelf. We've got 2 figures that will be standing up and putting on the shelf towards the end of the stream. Right, they can go there. Right, those 2 Clone Trooper helmets. Split that from that. Then we'll see how full this white box is, because these bags will not be staying in it after this. So even if it's a Clone Wars minifigure that's complete and ready for the shelf, it's not going on. Just for my own peace of mind when we're doing this in the next stream. Right, so Captain Antilles, that's okay. Right, Palpatine. But something like this. Right, I've dropped the helmet there. Jack 14 will go in one of those bags as well, just to be sorted out. No, wait, this can go on my Imperial shelf. With the Imperials, the Legends category is not going to matter. Well, other one here. Purely because that top shelf is like a mixed Imperial shelf, just because of the way it is. That Battle Droid Pilot is good to go, and he is the Phantom Menace version with that torso. Those can go in. That is a Clone Wars helmet. That's going there because that's a movie version. That's Clone Wars helmet. What else we got here? CC-10, Sith Trooper. Okay, right. We're getting somewhere. But yeah, I mean, the amount of live streams I produced today
hopefully, like, that makes up for the lack of shorts and stuff I've been doing. I found two things at once that I needed. The backpack and the trooper. That's perfect. So that group chat's kicking off. I'm going to have something to read and do after the stream. It's nuts. Got Obi-Wan here from... Well, minifigure will be going in my drawer, I prefer. I already have one of that version on myself. Royal Guard, that's fine. But this should hopefully minimise what we're doing next stream in terms of this list. Like we could have, I would like in the next stream to have all of this shelf's minifigures on it and be done doing that shelf. That is what tomorrow's stream will be about. So tomorrow I am planning to have a longer stream going to finally get that done. And then on Monday, we can, or Tuesday, we will put all our time and effort into tackling the corner shelf. You know, getting ourselves that bit closer to having the room tour out. But over the next couple of days, when possible, that's where most of my efforts will be going. Or where, rather, most of my efforts are going to be going. But the pile is starting to thin out, so we're getting there. Let's see what else we got. Clone Wars and Old Republic. So those go there. The Old Republic stuff, I might put in one of those glass cases, or acrylic cases, I should say, that I've got back there. But might be the more fitting place for them, unless, of course, you guys can think of another place that would work. Right, that's all main shelf stuff. Okay. Vader on the Snowtrooper helmet. Yep. Big handful of that is Clone Wars. It can go in there. Clone Wars. But yeah, if there's any other stuff you guys want to see in these streams, just let me know down below. Right, so those are Clone Wars. That is not. Yeah, a big chunk of that is, well, some of it is. So that helmet is, in fact, that's it. The rest of that is main trilogy stuff. That helmet's Clone Wars, that's all main trilogy. So we're getting through it. There's some non-Star Wars things in here. I wish I could find the hair for this. I might have to order another one. But this is a minifigure of Jack Nicholson from The Shining, or Jack Torrance from The Shining. I did have an axe for him as well, but again, one of the many rearrangements we've done in this room, if you know what I'm on about, well, I think I've misplaced it somewhere. I do hope that I find that, because I really do like that minifigure. But it is one of those minifigures that you can pick up for ridiculously cheap, so like £4, so I don't mind having to go out and get another one if I have to. It's not like replacing a Cloud City Boba Fett or something, you know what I mean? Right, that is a Clone Wars thing. Those both go in there. Yep, they're going in there. That's a brick, so that will get organised somewhere else. That's her from the Old Republic's hair, so that's Lee. That's Clone Trooper, but it's a Revenge of the Sith one. Old Man Obi-Wan. In fact, that Old Man Obi-Wan, this version will be going in my drawer. Like I have started to retire some figures to the drawer, where they'll probably sit for eternity. So like, the kind of things I really should sell or come up with a creative use for that I don't seem to. That's movie related. That's not even Lego. Boba Fett's helmet. This is a grey piece from Lego Indiana Jones. So I did stupidly put some parts in for this. That's both movie stuff. Movie stuff. So in some bits of this organisation, like what I'm doing right now, I can fly through. But yeah, finally, or at least I finally feel like this whole thing of doing the room rearranging in streams is coming to an end, and I'll finally start purchasing sets again, and you know, doing that as the live build content rather than it always being something like that. I get you guys enjoy this, and I've, despite the irritation that's come with, I've also enjoyed it. In fact, that Imperial Officer will go along without a problem. We'll just put him there. That Obi-Wan variant I've got here, I've already got 2 of these on the shelf, both variants that look similar to this, so a drawer. I'll put some background noise on during the stream. Over here. That's movie stuff, that's expanded universe stuff. Movie, that's expanded. That's movie stuff. There we go. I'm seeing like I can build, right, out of all the little parts we're finding. So far I have this. But yeah, even after this stream tonight, plenty shorts are going to be coming out. Seeing as I know that YouTube has finally stopped restricting the shorts, we can go back to that being a main form of content. There we go, we're picking up the pace, even just ever so slightly. Snowtrooper. Oh, I dropped that. That is a bomb squad trooper. Right, that's Clone Wars. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go in a minute, because I constantly seem to be getting bloody messages that I'm going to have to answer, like attempted phone calls and stuff from work as well. So what I might do is I'm going to get another one of these bags, because I do know that I have loads of these lying around in places. Bag up the remainders to not undo what I've just done, and then we'll call it a night. And what I'll do is, this will be part of tomorrow's stream, but that just means you get more stream tomorrow. So, I mean, in a way, it's a good thing. So, I don't think I advertised this stream. I don't think this stream will have done anywhere near right as well as the one from earlier did. There we go. But hey, between this stream, right, and the last one, we've achieved a crap ton of streaming today. More than I thought I would get done, but I'm pretty happy with the amount in itself. So that's what I didn't get sorted. Well, that's a Jawa. That's a receipt that I have in here for some reason. There's a bit of cable thing. That's a Boba Fett. That's a Clone. See, this will make it easier as well for when I'm organising this. That's a Boba Fett. There's another block. And apparently I've made something out of. Movies. What else we got here? That's a movie Super Battle Droid. That is a Clone Wars Assassin Droid. So, more or less, this has created a more or less of a pain in the butt way of doing this. Well, if I get another text out that work group chat, then I'm going to have to go. Because, I mean, I don't want it to be something important that involves me and I'm not answering it. But apparently the plan part of it pinged off somewhere. There it is. But there, it is a structure of some kind. So Vader, and we'll do one more figure being the 3PO. So the rest of that we will sort out in the next stream. I wasn't expecting to go for 51 minutes though. So that box will stay over there until tomorrow. And we have a few remaining minifigures to put on the shelf that we got ready to go. So let's throw them up. Random Imperial Officer to throw up. We got Battle Droid, who will go in the Phantom Menace section. Sorted. Again, I really wish I should be putting base plates on that just so minifigures don't fall. Got another Imperial Officer who can go here in my kind of Death Star landing scene from Return of the Jedi. Got an Imperial Protocol Droid as well who can just chill back there. Got another TIE pilot. I mean, I have bloody plenty of those. And we've got another Sand Trooper to add. My favourite design, 2012, and we've got a Dark Trooper. But I want to thank everyone who tuned into this stream and the one from earlier. Again, I'll have some shorts up the rest of the night. I don't think there'll be any content on the secondary channel tonight. I've already posted up on there, but see you later.